Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. This is really very nice that school has started taking steps towards implementation of national education policy. Some changes need to be there in our lesson planning and day-to-day teaching, and for that, you all are working very hard. And the program Teachers Training Teachers is also running very successfully, where the teachers are training each other and learning from each other. And today in that segment, we have Shalini with us. You all know her very well, and she has had the experience of teaching at all levels: primary, middle, and secondary. So she's an excellent teacher, as reported by her students. And so today she'll be sharing some techniques with all of you, how to shift the focus from rote learning to competency based teaching, and how to um, prepare a lesson plan which will comprehensively empower the teacher to teach as well as assess the competencies of the students. So all the very best, Shalini.
Thank you, ma'am.
And now I invite you to start it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. So first of all, I would like to welcome you all in this training session and hope everybody will enjoy this training session because we all are in the learning phase. We all are learning from each other. We are learning from our students that how we can just comes out from the concept of the rote learning. And when we are talking about the competency based education or the competency based learning, it is not a very it is not a new trend, we can say that, but it has received much attention over past few years. And this is based on the development of the competencies among the students. Now, when we are talking about the competency based learning or the competency based education training program for these 2 days, so in these 2 days, we will learn that how to frame the competency based questions. And in the second round of this training session, we are going to learn about how to prepare the competency based lesson plans. So let's start with today's session. So before we start that what is competency based learning, it should be clear to everyone that what is the meaning of the word competency. So will you please tell me that what you will understand with the term that the competency? You can raise your hands to give me the answer. What does the meaning of the word competency?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we can say it is a meaningful and positive learning experience with the real world, we can say applications of some skills. With the help of those, we can design some MCQ also.
Okay. Very good, Manisha ma'am. Anjana ma'am, will you please tell me what is the word competency means?
Means, ma'am, competency means here that whatever the skill we are learning, how we are using that skill in particular task, that is competency.
Yes, exactly. The competency is a individual's capacity of performing a particular task successfully by using knowledge, skill, and ability. So these three terms are very much important when we are just want to just inculcate or we will just want to strengthen the competency of an organism. That first is the knowledge, second one is the skill, and the third one is the ability. Yes, the competency based learning, it is an approach to teaching, learning and assessment that focus on the students' demonstration of learning outcomes and attaining proficiency in a particular competencies in each subject. Now the question is how this competency based education help us to remove the concept of the rote learning. So the key features of this competency based education is equity for all the students, then differentiated support system, support based on the students' individual learning needs, progress based on the evidences of the mastery rather than time in the classroom, and the use of the formative assessment, particularly peer and self-assessment, where the students are encouraged to reflect on their own work and identify the areas for the improvement. So in competency-based education, we are developing the competency among the students by just making them to expose to the other situations or to solve the different problems by using the knowledge that they have grasped in the classroom. Competency-based education model, it is a student-centered approach and it focuses on the mastery of the competencies based on the learning outcome. If we just considered about the rote learning concept, so when we are planning our lesson plan according to the traditional method, we give more focus on the learning objectives. But when we are talking about the competency-based education system, now the focus is totally changed on the learning outcomes. Learning outcomes are the outcomes that we will ensure that our student will learn after the completion of that particular concept and use the knowledge of that particular concept to solve the real life situations also. So it focuses on the developing skills, knowledge and students' attitude towards the learning. It prepares the students to face the upcoming challenges by applying the specific skill which is suitable to, which is not related to the time and the pace. Now, when we are just moving from the rote learning or the traditional system of the learning to the new methodology, there is a shift from, in the traditional method of teaching, the teacher informs through talk and resources of the lesson planning. So in this, the student will become a passive learner and he or she always listen the instructions given by the teacher. But when we are talking about the competency-based education, here the teacher ensures that students have learned the basics of the course content. In traditional method, the more focus is only given on the board examination, in which we are just giving the material to the student where they just cram the content to get good grades in the examination. But in modern method, we are preparing the students for board examination as well as for the competitive examination, keeping in our mind. So teacher expects the students to learn the subject matter. If we just think for the time when we were in a school, so at that time we are just cramming the answers of the questions, and if we just write something which is not taught by our teacher, so teacher वहाँ पे हमारे marks काट लेता था. Because at that time the more emphasis was given on the rote learning, not on the development of the competencies of the student. But now here the teacher assign work to the student which enable them learn thoroughly by the self-study. Here the students are learning the concept by themselves only at their own pace. Now students are in traditional method, the students are expected to memorize the knowledge. But now we are expecting the students to think on the question, then knowledge and construct a new knowledge. So now everything is moving toward the advancement and our teaching method is also just converting from the rote learning concept to the competency-based learning education. So in competency-based education, there is a shift from the content-based to skill development. From grades, we are now talking about the feedbacks. And from time-based, we are talking about the performance of the student. And now more emphasis is not given on the lessons given in the book, but more emphasis is given to the experiences of the student by which they can learn the new things in their surrounding. In traditional system, the education system is totally focused on the teachers. That it is a teacher-centered approach, whereas in case of the modern, according to the national education policy, now we are moving towards the learner-centered approach, where we are keeping the students in the center and we are just ensuring that every student in my class will be able to learn the things whatever we are doing in a class. According to the national education policy, there is affirmed that the need to move from the rote learning to the competency-based learning. So, Pooja ma'am, will you please tell me how we can just remove the concept of the rote learning?
Ma'am, we can remove the concept of rote learning by fixing the student more on the reading emphasis and trending them or making them more prone towards the activities. When they perform the activities and read the concept clearly, concept knowledge is very, very important, ma'am. Then only we are able to shift them from rote learning towards the competency-based learning.
And how we can assess that the competencies are being developed in the students?
Yeah, we can frame some MCQs related to the activities, also related to the based on the reading a particular topic, and then they are able to, if they perform well, then only we are able to know that they have achieved their skill in that particular topic.
Yes, so yes, this is the concept given by the National Education Policy also, that we can just remove this rote learning by introducing the competency based question. As ma'am told us that we can introduce the MCQs, we can give them we have to just emphasize on the reading skills of the student also. They can learn through the activities, so that they will just experience the changes which will be taking place around us, and what is the reason behind that changes. So we can just remove the rote learning concept by introducing the competency based questions. Yes, the competency based questions, these are the questions which check the student's ability to apply the theoretical concept in a real life or the unfamiliar situation. And these may be in the form of MCQs, short answer type questions, or the long answer type questions. But these questions are not directly related to the content. These are just, we are giving the related situation to the students so that they can apply their knowledge to get the exact solution for the problem which we are going to be asked in the paper. Now the CBSE, they have introduced, if we just see the papers of the CBSE from last 2 years, they have introduced the MCQs in the question paper. So anyone is having any idea that why they have shifted the subjective paper towards the objective paper? Why they have included the MCQs in the paper?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
the
Shivani,
students should have thorough knowledge of the concept, ma'am. They go through the NCERT books and read each and every line. That's only they are able to solve that MCQ.
Okay, Pooja ma'am. Yes, Shivani ma'am.
So that they can,
Yes, Meenakshi ma'am.
ma'am, so that they can apply their knowledge in the real life examples, real life situations are also being emphasized these days, so that they can apply their knowledge, ma'am.
Yes, Shivani ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Pooja ma'am and Meenakshi ma'am has already told that they should, so that they go through each and every concept in depth, ताकि वो हर एक concept को deeply पढ़े, and they will analyze the things and they can apply these things in their daily life also. They can use those skills, those competencies in their daily life also.
Then how these MCQs help us to develop the competencies in the among the students?
May I?
Yes,
Shalini ma'am, can I?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I think in my approach, when students are preparing for long answer type question, actually they are memorizing the thing, and actually rote learning is going on. To stop that, keyword उन्होंने introduce करने हैं, तो उन्होंने क्या कर दिया? उन्होंने they have shifted the concept of long answer type question to MCQ, so that rote learning जो है completely हम उसको stop कर सकें. Otherwise, what is going on? For long answer, students are memorizing the things. रट्टा ज्यादा चलेगा, rote memory उसमें learning होगी. To stop that, I think it is done.
Yes, ma'am. So this is, yes, they
And
have
ma'am-
just, yes, ma'am. Yes, Garima ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. And one more thing, that they will develop the habit of reading books thoroughly also, because
Yes,
you
ma'am.
know that
Exactly.
nowadays children, they do not go for the book part. That's why.
Okay. So now I have planned a small activity for all of you. So I'm going to display few questions, and you have to just tell me whether this question is a competency based question or direct knowledge based question. The first question is this. You just take your time and then tell me whether it is a competency based question or a knowledge based question, or the in which they just directly recall the call, application based. Yes, anyone? Pooja ma'am.
Ma'am, it is a direct correction to me, according to me, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Anjana ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. This is direct question, ma'am.
This is a direct question.
Yes.
And if you want to change it in a competency-based question, what you will do?
We will give them some situation, ma'am, and then they are asked to give the answer.
Yes. So in that situation, we can give the situation. Yes, Maya ma'am.
Actually what we can do, why people are adding, इसमें तो direct हो गया, लेकिन when we shift this question, यहाँ पे choice दे देंगे कि why salt is added. So obvious reason is that for avoiding the cracking of eggs, eggshell नहीं crack होना चाहिए. तो जब हम उसमें क्या कर देंगे, choices add कर देंगे, I think then it can be application based. Here it is.
Then it will be shifted from knowledge based to the competency based questions. Yes, yes. So this is what type of question, Meenakshi ma'am?
Ma'am, what is evaporation? What are the conditions which affect the rate of evaporation? Ma'am, direct question again.
And how we
And
can
ma'am,
convert
we
it
can-
into the competency based question?
Ma'am, yes, we can give them a situation. We can even take example of how can we purify salt from seawater, etc. So we can give them different situations.
Yes,
We
exactly.
can convert
So,
this question into MCQs, and there are so many other examples, real life examples of evaporation. So better to give real life example as compared to this direct question, ma'am.
direct question, because when we just provide the student with a different situation, then he or she has to apply the knowledge whatever they have
Yes,
learned in the class to solve that situation. Yes. Yes, Pankaj ma'am.
Shalini ma'am, we can, in the same way, I want to explain that we can give them a real life situation like that we are able to sip tea faster from a saucer as compared to a cup.
Yes. Cup,
So there
yes,
the condition will be there, and the students have, we are shifting this question to competency based question.
Yes,
From
ma'am. So we
direct
can,
question.
yes, ma'am. Similarly, we can just take the example of other questions also. And these fourth question is also your knowledge-based question. And by just giving the situation to the students, we can just make a shift from the knowledge-based to the competency-based questions. And for just solving the competency-based question, students have to apply the knowledge to solve any problem, whatever we are giving to the students. Now in CBSE that we have seen that the MCQs are being introduced, but before that, what do you think, which one is a good question? Garima ma'am, will you please tell me which one is a good question for to develop the competency among the students?
Ma'am, why chloroplast is not present in animal cell?
Yes, exactly. Because when we just ask the question, it is just only the recall. The student will recall that which organelle is not present, is only present in the plant cell. So in this, this is a knowledge-based question. Student can just cram the answer also. But when you just provide him or her with some situation that why it is not present in the animal cell, so definitely its competence, its knowledge, its skill, it will develop among it. So let's see that how competency-based questions will be developed. As we know that CBSE has introduced the MCQs, because MCQs, they are versatile and can be written to assess the various levels of learning outcomes from basic recall to application, analysis and evaluation. So whenever we are writing, so if we want to assess the critical thinking, high order thinking, or the knowledge or the abilities of the student, everybody should know that how we can create a good question or a good MCQ so that we can assess the child. So whenever we are writing a MCQ, there is a main statement which is also known as a stem, which is a source for the answer, source for the answers given in the options. And these are known as the branches of the stem. So out of these branches, 3 are the distractor, which distract the child, which will the child will get the confused to give the correct answer, and 1 is the correct answer. So whenever we are just creating the MCQs, we have to keep in our mind that the source is related to the options which is given below it. Sometimes what happen कि हमने कोई भी statement दे दिया और उसके बाद जो options दिए उनमें से 2 ऐसे हैं जो उसके साथ relate ही नहीं करती है, तो definitely the student will get the answer more easily. So we have to just introduce few distractors also so that the child will think over it and will come to the exact answer by just applying its knowledge. Your MCQs, they are of different types, like the simple MCQs in which we can assess the application of the knowledge. The second one is the complex MCQs. In complex MCQs, we assess these are well compiled for analysis, application, as well as for the evaluation. And complex MCQs, they are having the multiple responses. CBSE has introduced the assertion reasoning type questions also, and these are best to test the deep learning acquired by the student. The second one is the case study based questions that includes the MCQs, and these assess the cross curricular competencies among the student. We are creating the assignment which consists of the simple MCQs and the complex MCQs. But from the last 2 years now, CBSE has introduced the assertion reasoning type questions and case study based questions. And these two type of questions are, rather all are important, but these two type of questions, with the help of these, we can assess the deep learning of the student. MCQs, if we just simply talk about the simple MCQs, the student will get the answer just only by recalling the knowledge. Like which part of alimentary canal receives the bile from the liver. So if the student have just gone through it, usko yaad hoga ki it's the correct answer. So if they have just learned it, so definitely the student will apply the knowledge to get the answer. So we are preparing, when we are just preparing the assignment, हम वहाँ पे level 1 assignment बनाते हैं, then we will go for the level 2 assignment and level 3 assignment. So your level 1 assignment must consist of the simple MCQs, which will develop the confidence among the students so that they can go for the next level also. तो जो हमने level 1 के assignment we are going to prepare for the student, it must consist of the question which mostly consist of the simple MCQs. In case of complex MCQs, we are talking about these are well compiled for the analysis, application, as well as for the evaluation. So in complex MCQs, it consists of 1, 2, 3 or 4 statements, and in the STEM part only. These options are given in the STEM part only. And apart from them, the option A, B, C and D is given, which include any 2 or 3 statements will be correct, or either it can be one option will be correct. So in these questions, students, they have to think over it. They have to analyze the question properly so that they will go for the correct answer. So in our level 2 assignment, we will just go with the mixture of the simple MCQs and the complex MCQs. Then we will discuss about the another, that is the assertion reason type questions. So assertion reason type question, they are consisting of the 2 statements. One is the assertion and another one is the reason. So whenever we are just preparing or we are creating the assertion reason type question, first thing that we have to keep in our mind that the assertion and reason, these 2 statements, they are that we are taking from the same area. Otherwise, if we are taking it from the different area, it is quite easy for the students to just get the answer. So whenever we are creating assertion reason type question, these 2 statements are from the same area, and then learner should be able to evaluate these 2 statements independently and then find out the correct answer. So the rationale to include the assertion reason type question is to provide students an exposure to the different formats of the question. Like if we just talk, it doesn't mean that always the question is given in board examination, it is given as assertion and reason. But in few papers, few competitive papers, the 2 statements are given to the students, and the options are given that whether statement 1 is true or statement 1 and 2 both are true. Statement 1 is the correct explanation of statement 2. So these questions prepare the student, and the student will always be in a position to solve these such kind of question if they have deeply understand the concept. Always you ensure your students that they will just analyze both the statements independently. First, they will see that whether assertion is true or the reason is true, and after solving these 2 statements, they will correlate these 2 statements so that they will come to the exact answer. And the next one is your case based study questions. So case based study questions, these are not the comprehension type questions as earlier, or the value based question, because so many times we are get confused between the case based study questions, comprehension type questions, or the value based question. So case based study questions are different from these two types of the question. Value based questions were asked earlier, but now it is not being asked in any kind of paper. So these questions it should be present the student with the situation. So whenever we are just giving these questions to the student, we just provide a situation which is beyond the textbook, whether it can be in the form of visuals, narratives, data, or the figure, or any newspaper report. And the question should be based on the application of this particular area. Like in this question, I have taken this from the topic respiration, and then I have just put the question which are based on the respiration. So in question number 1, the student will analyze this diagram, and on the basis of this, he or she will come to the exact answer. So it will develop. जब वो इसको analyze करेगा, then अगर उसने पढ़ा होगा ये respiration का concept उसको clear होगा, and after analyzing this diagram, he or she will come to the exact answer. So in case-based study question, they measure the learning application of the learner's application of the knowledge. And when we are creating the case study based questions, the data, visual, narratives, or figures which we will give as a case should be valid and purposeful for the questions which will follow the case, and it should be understandable to the learner. And try to use the figures to help in the comprehension of the text or the understanding of the context that we are giving to the students. Like this, in this again, the different situation that when we breathe in, what is the position of the different muscles in our body, and this is based on the graph. So after analyzing such kind of situations, and the student, if the student is understood the topic of the respiration, then only the learner will be in a position to give the exact answer of these questions. So ma'am, this is all about today. If you have any doubt regarding the competency based question, then you can just ask. And this is the assignment for the teachers. Anyone is having any query regarding it? So you just select a chapter of your NCERT textbook for the class and the subject you teach, and then select any 3 knowledge-based questions from the NCERT exercise, and then modify these questions into the MCQs. So one question must be supported by the visuals that you can inculcate the image or the graph, and one question must be use the real life scenarios, and one question is in the form of assertion and reason. Hope this is a very easy exercise for all of you, because all of you are already just preparing the competency based questions. Till 8th, it is a regular practice of our school.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Yes,
so you just prepare these 3 questions, and on your NEP, that channel, that team, science channel is there, and you can just upload your assignments there till Sunday evening.
Okay.
I think till Sunday it's a sufficient time.
Okay, ma'am.
And tomorrow we are going to discuss about the making of lesson plans according to the competency based question, education.
it was really a wonderful session, Shalini ma'am.
Congratulations, Shalini. Wonderful.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
बहुत बढ़िया और engaging session था, and don't feel like this. ये इस तरह का session जब एक इकट्ठा टीचर बैठते हैं ना, उस जब वो होती है, that is really excellent and very useful. So all of you were involved. बहुत अच्छा आप कर रहे हैं and taking a lead. So this exercise is required, and not once but many times. जब एक proper आपका मैं देख रही थी, I could not attend the session fully, but I could just have an overview. It was going on very nicely and interactive manner में सभी involve होकर के they were applying their mind. The exercise of converting the normal question to competency based question was really very useful. तो बहुत बढ़िया session रहा, and I think you have given some assignment, and it is tomorrow also you are having the session.
Yes, ma'am. Tomorrow, based on the lesson plan.
Yeah, tomorrow the very important item will be there, the lesson plan. Okay. Thank you everyone.